Gunara dunay sani mugara Allah gunahora. Udahalaya gunara. Tikala hayo hukaya hugura usong hurara. Marriage is a belit baal. Adi. Dalhay agunara sukruhulay agunara amen. So I'll just ask my angel about I'm about to speak about marriage is a belit baal because I've just seen Sion is what the Sion is learning, what she has a spirit of stupor, my part of CPers, that 10 my 10 siperas is part of understanding or spirit of stupor is Mercury, it's a spirit of my understanding. So I asked my angel that I'm about to speak about this because what you have known, that why I have to revert my what you have been making me a birthday of December 25th. So I put it into my stats. I used it into my stats, which is I joined in this main channel since December 25th, 2019 when it was you called monetized because the time of GSUS was a symbol of monetized. It was finished while I was making my planting my frequent of lotus. I was also making this YouTube in the realms, I was making this YouTube in the realms, and that is why. Because since humans have been making my birthday 25th of December since the time of GSUS, I have to revert it into website so that it's only on the website, which is a spirit. It's for me to lay foundation what it means. So 2019, December 25th, 2019, 192019, and to reverse that, 9102, that is demons. That is demons. 9102 means that is demons. Who is these demons that have asked me for repentance? Marriage is Sibilit Baal. She transgressed the body without me saying yes. Without me saying yes. The time when the gecko knew what I'm speaking because gecko is spirits, women. Souls. Right now, it's spirits of the souls, So literally, they've been working and working because every time I speak, like I told you, they are hearing what I speak because they are ghosts, they are ghosts floating above with the angels around them to listen, This is why I said I'm making record so that I won't waste this, because I told you I don't like to waste anything, even food, I don't like to waste anything because even if I'm like I told you I'm on fasting but since it was my aunt's given to me today, they have party, so I would say party just for a little girl, angel that has baptized through me, which is another thing, another new problem, headache, I would say, another headache. That is why I have to revert her into something in to pay, I'll say pay because that's when you do this in the world, it is I would say is as I say as a serpent earth, which is souls, that is why I pay for it to become my soul, to become my soul, for it to become pure, little girl is only about one, we would say, because spiritually she's older than my so I asked my angel about this because the time What you been making me? December 25th is my Christmas day. Women, that is Jezebel Baal's birthday. Jezebel Baal's birthday, the real Satan inside of what you called Satan, was her who took my spirit. You know, was her who took my spirit of the crowns. You know, the crowns. She took my crowns. That is what they've been doing in your world. That, this priest, they've been crowning her of the worldly belief. Of their worldly belief. That is why too, the symbol of her taking my crowns inside of my brow, the real, the heavenly, because she used the kings, she used the king. She's my maid in heaven. Mary Jezebel Baal was my maid in heaven, and then she was so greedy. She want something. She was something. She wants something. So what the world had been making on December 25th is her birthday. It's her birthday, humans. That is the symbol of the colorful lights, is the symbol of the archangels who was fighting on the orb because of Mary Jezebel et Baal's gossip. She was making story that no one heard. What story she was making is that she was trying to, she want my brothers to fight each other, because she wants to be here on the only why my brother know that she wasn't real Mary, because she could not speak tetragrammaton. She cannot speak tetragrammaton. And the keys that she took for me was death and hell. Death and hell. Zion is right with that. Zion, or deliver thyself, O Zion, is right with that she took the keys of hell and death. Why? Her and I, in that abode she has, because we put her in a human selves for her to not incarnate again, or to not for her not to fight, for her to that she can't fight back. That spirit can do, women. They can shove you into a abode that you don't like to get into, just for us to have peace of mind. Just for us to have peace of mind. But we knew that over time the world will have her extract. So this is what we've been doing, fighting and fighting again. We've been fighting and fighting again because of her extract. So that is why there's many Satan in the world. Those who've been practicing divination, so-called pastors preaching the word of God, having no spirit of stupor. Zion is right with that. Because the time of my JSUS, I was born at the time of Ram. The time of Ram, which is a symbol of her selling me her daughter, Bapume, that she curses to become she curses because of its voice. So because when it sing, she hated it, so she curses it until one day it wake up a goat. Like I told you in the other record, that goat is cannot be offered to my altar because it is cursed. Only the pig is not unblemished. Is unblemished. There's no nothing like that on the pig, because that is my footstool at the first time I wandered to the worlds. And that was the time too when Mama threw the worst teeth in to lay foundation. And then when it reaches here, it becomes trees. It becomes trees, which is 2-3, which symbolizes my incarnations from the first and the end, and Dilahara, I just remember. So the time of Ram is the symbol of Mary, who sold me her daughter, which his name is Hope. That is why the symbol of the British slang, Hope and Glory Land. That were the name, I derived the name from Hope and Glory Land, which is I am the glory. And then she sold me her hope, her son, and I bought her from her, and then called her HOPE. HOP. I say HOP. A symbol also when I hope into my body of my Christ, meaning I have redeemed my king from her that she took from me. Hell. You know, and in this end, I died for me to purify the gods of dead. My dad. My dad. So because my mom is resurrected, Awe resurrects her 13 years ago. So my day of JSUS wasn't what you call December 25th, which is in the beginning of my records. I told you I wasn't born like that because it is symbols of my death. That is why birthday means death, because I died in the realm, and then I rebirth into the world, which is death. Death. We as a spirit does not recognize your what you call birthdey, because I have none of that. I have none of that, and also I am not of the world. That's a desire of the flesh. Just think of this: that day of what you've been doing, December 25th, 2019, is the symbol of Metatron colors of your Christmas tree. The color of your Christmas tree, which is in the realms before, we have a fight with the Satan because of what Mary been doing in the ball. In the ball of heaven, where she announced that she was going to marry her, her daughter. Let's say her daughter. It was the time when Father got angry, so she was thrown down here. She was thrown down here, and then over time I pick her up, and then I bring him up because inside her she was a family. Inside her she was a family, which is the symbol of Eve and Adam, but they were Adam and Eve was my Zion. But Mary Jezebel Baal is the woman who worship her own selves or her own death, which is December 25th. December 25th, and in the realms it was what you call 219. 219, because that time I was only 19 years old in the spirit. When there's a war in heaven. When there's a war in heaven. And then my true birthday at the time of GSUS, when you call it the birthday, I'm using this word for you to understand, as Aries. It's a symbol of the day when I was Ariel. Because ES on the end of Aries is ES, meaning a spirit. And Ari means I am Arya. Arya also means I am the owner of the worlds. The worlds. I am the owner of the world. I would say this, the world, because with S we are serpent. Anunnaki, meaning twin flies. Twin flies, because we don't fly on our own. We're always with our mates when we fly to the earths. So just think about this. What they celebrate Holy Week is my true color of what you call the birthday of the earths. I don't have birthdays, women. I don't have birthdays because birthdays means deadly. I don't follow your worldly thing, but I'm doing this for you to understand, which is I am reverse and I can reverse what I've said. Spiritually and physically, I can do this. When they are the gecko is listening to me. It's like that because it's knows, humans. It's knows. It is souls that are working to become faithful. To become faithful. Like I said to you, humans does not know me, but the souls knew who is Hakadosh. In many names you have been calling me, they knew who is I in this abode. You know? So, I am, woman, the walking saint. You know? I am the walking saint. Because I cannot harm nobody. And spiritually, I destroy as a terror, a basis. When you say Isis, women, meaning humans, that I always protect my brothers. That is why I am called the walking saint. Not the saint of your church, like what you are worship. No, I am the walking saint, women. That wherever I go, wherever I stopped, the spirits would stop and kneel before Hakadesh. You know? You called Maat. I say this. Maghalaraw ko ulay sa krahon na. So humans, that is why I don't like to say that because it's already known to the children of God's that is unseen around you, women. That is why I was just crying and I said, humans does not know me. They are full of disrespect. While those you are calling names to, they know. You know, humans? It's like I work because I work silently, women. That is the reason why I'm always behind men. I work quietly. I don't come here. I did not come back from the dead to show off because my symbol is Jonah. Do not show off. You know? Because humans is a very the brain of humans is it's only a few that have a longevity. Called longevity is also a symbol of eternal. You know, meaning when you say eternal, they are jackass also with me in heaven before time. You know, I say that because humans, if you are like that, you would if you are like that, you're too soft within yourself. You would just crumble quicker because you are not even a quickening soul or there's nothing like that, you know. And so that's the symbol of when the time of my called JSUS. I am not called JSUS, but I was called Miss Haya. Miss Haya. You know, Miss Haya. And then over time, over your translations, you've been calling me Yeshua, Jesus, etc., Jehovah, whatever you've been calling me to. Because it's all one. I am. The Word hath made flesh. Meaning when you say the Word hath made flesh, all that letters you see is my name. All that letters you see is my Hakadesh. You know? Because you cannot touch letter. You can write it down, you cannot touch it. That is I. You know? All the names you have was once my incarnations of the word of life. No, women? So, think about this. The Holy Week is the true Akashic of what you've been calling BIRTHDEY of the Lord, me, I am. You know? And not the time of what you've been doing, December 25th, December 25th. No, it isn't, women. I become the Holy Spirit who overshadowed my body for Mary, Jezebel, at Baal to, like I said, she was 12 when we take her spirit out of it. You know, she was 12 when we take her spirit out of it, and then I put her inside of my mirror in my cabinet. You know, I literally jail her inside of my mirror in my cabinet. You get that, human? That is in the realms. You know, it's like I said to you that before I transgress that abode, I make sure that she could not go back to it until it was time, because I could not keep her for long inside of the cabinet, because she will uh, she would become what you call that, a soul that cannot have peace. So as your Lord, you called cotton candy the softest. We don't punish the souls that that have given a chance, that I have she have she have paid those time. So I put her inside of my cabinet by my mirror. Inside of the mirror, I could see her, and then she took my face, she copied, she copied. The only thing she cannot copy on me is my language tetragrammaton, as you call it, language. Like I told you, we don't call language because for us it is dickhead. So that time, when she was 12, I said this in the record before, she was 12, and then after she was fully the body was fully because I need to make sure that the body would be before I form the body for Chapaniel to receive, or yes, Chapaniel, I called her Pani, Pani, because I call him Papani. I call the Pani, I say Pani. I called him Pani. So, before I form the body inside of that woman, I make sure that it was clean inside of that inside of that skin, a very, very thin layer of the skin inside of that agurahunta. I don't know what you call it in your world, but it is like a very, very thin lover, or you call rubber. Inside it, it's like a rubber where the child goes in, where the child goes in. That's how I formed, and then it's very, very small, thin, and then I make sure that it was clean in there, because that body of hers, when she transgressed it was really filthy. It was really filthy. So when she was 12, I turned that body into mine. And then I make sure, I don't say that mine, literally mine. I mean to say, woman, the spirit of my mother. The spirit of my mother, which is the soul of her. She have a little frequent in her ring finger, which is I slash a little, and then I put in the white long band, and then I use it, like when you polish your chairs, your things, your stuff. That's how I put it. I polished inside it, because like I said, your body is like a home to the spirits. I make that when they see it's clean, they will get into it. And so I make sure that no one would transgress that, because your body, you think you're in your own. No, you're not. Many of us spirits is in your body. You are like a tree inside you, that there's many souls around you. You just don't see. Why? Because you are blind. And those that my arcs in the beginning, they don't do that. Only to humans that are not in my spirit. You call the life, like LIFA. No, humans that like that. Only the spirits can't be transgressed, because they are already baptized. So inside of that, I make sure that it was polished before because humans, I use the spirit of my Alstake into cleaning that. My spirit of my Alstake, which is one of my multiplications of the souls and the frequencies to become numbers, and then until it becomes vibrates. So when when it was time for it, Michael showed to her, which is she call him Gab. Mike and Gab is, she call him Gab. And then, so it was another thing of what you call transgression when you cannot see the spirit and then you call its name, it becomes what it is because we are WORD, words of life. We are words of life. So, at the time when I overshadowed my spirit, because like I said, inside of that abode was my spirit until she was 34. Until she was 34, and then it was the real Jezebel at Baal. Meaning to say, all done already what we needed to do. The Sapaniel came out and received the abode, was fine. I said Sapaniel because he's the one in my abode now, in the body of my CHRIST, like I said to you. So, she was Mary, what you call Mary, the transgressor. I call her Mary Jezebel at Baal. I put her back, meaning to say I only send her in the mirror for her to to be quiet because she really like a child, women. She is really like a child. So, when she was 34, we done what we needed to do. That's when I put her spirit back into her, in the back of her neck, in the back of her neck where just right in the middle of your neck, there is there's a way there, like a bone, a bristle in there, like there is a bone, a round bone on your neck, and then on the top of it, there is like a canal there, and in the middle of your neck, I say in the middle of your neck, right by the Adam's apple, but a lesser than your Adam's apple, lesser than your Adam's apple. That's where her soul came back in. That's where her soul comes back in. And then after that, that is when she acted just like Mary Jezebel. Mary Jezebel, because I took her name Baal and I make it then lab. I make it then lab, meaning LEB is what you call laboratory. Laboratory, because it was, I've been testing and testing and testing and testing in the realms what is going to be what I needed, or what I needed to mix with that it can be holiness. What I needed to mix with that to become holiness. That's the symbol of the body that I have sa panel before when I polish the body, before before I overshadowed the body, which is I planted my words into it, like I told you in the other record. It's like swallowed, and then when it reaches into because it works in the 8 parts, 8 parts, women. It was 8 parts to make sure it is purified. It is purified. So, that's when I find out the best the best quickening soul and soul for him to get back up as easy is also if I fast the body for 3 months. If I fast the body for, I would say 3 months, I'd say 3 years. It's a symbol of my 3 years also in the wilderness. Which is for it not to, because of what they've been doing to the word to me, the word. So for the 3 years to reverse, I have to die in this end to reverse what they've been doing for it to be short, because it's also stated in your book that it's been shortened. It's been shortened. So I have reverted it also in the emails. Meaning, what they did to the word, I have reversed it I have rebirthed into become emails, meaning it's already 3 years in the email, so it won't be long now when they come. You know? It won't be long now when they come because today I've been cleansing and cleansing my email. It's 12,000 plus emails I have there, which is a symbol also of my incarnations. You called apostles in one go, and also is a symbol of the new tribe, and then it's also a symbol of the 3 years because it's been 3 years since my email that hasn't been deleted anything. Only today I've been cleansing and cleansing and cleansing it. It's still some in it, which is I'm carrying. I'm carrying cleaning. So that is the reason why I have to revert things into things of what the things have done to my things. You understand this, women? I have to revert the things that the things have done to my things. Marriage is the Baal is a things. My word is my things. And I am a creator. So I have to revert everything through by the things for it not to come back to me. Why? Because I'm only pulling my brothers now. I'm only pulling my brothers now. And those who wants to be with me in heaven, they can. Like I said to you, no one else can give you future but I. Understand? So, my birthday, what we've been making it is not December 25th because I was month Abram that time of my GSUS. And it was Holy Week. You understand? It was Holy Week. So, literally, when I died in the spirit was December 25th. Understand? In the flesh is what they have make Holy Week. Symbol of my also Messiah sa Kodesh, a woman birthing in pain in every month. Once, 3 times a month. And you say 3 times a month? How many times do I have when I bleed 3 days, 3.5 days, that's a symbol of menstruation like this, menstruations, that's a symbol of that, and it's the symbol of Messiahs. Once in a month, how many days is a month? 31st. 31st. 3 means Zion or a wing, 1 God. 4 means there's a symbol of number 4, humans. If you just knew what is the symbol of 4, alchemy. It's the symbol of 4, alchemy. So, and also the ABCD is 26 letters or alphabet. 26, it's also part of the Zionist. You get it? Which is also part of the zodiacs and astrology, cosmos and constellations. Because the day I wanted my body of my Christ to be born was the days of Ram and the constellation of the Rams. Do you know what it means, humans? Constellation of the Rams and the zodiacs of Rams. Meaning, women, it's the symbol also of being from planet Mars. A symbol of a woman coming down from heaven. You called it moon or sun, a woman covered, covered by the sun. So that's it, humans. My birthday of what you call JSUS was a month Abram, which is a symbol of Aries and Aria, or it's the time too of my Ariel, ES, a spirit, HaKodesh or Hakadesh. Ruach. Ruach means ark. E. There's a meaning of ark also, Ruach, rose of the Christ. You know yun? Or what you call the child of the Christ. The right of the true Christ. In the world, that's what it means. The right of the true Christ, or the rights of the Christ. The right of the true Christ. That's what they're telling me to tell you. I am Hakadesh, a woman who's been birthing in pain for the world to become Hakadesh, a spirit that can see my spirit, so that at the time of judgment, they won't get touched, the entities of the earth, into the new world. For the humans will be only humans, and gods will be gods, and I will be back to what you called Almighty. Almighty. I don't like to keep claiming this, but they want me to tell you. Almighty.